obviously the goal is to play well. I thought defensively we did a good job with our field goal percentage defense, holding them to 24%, so that was good. First half, we shot the free throws very well. Didn't shoot as well in the second half. But I thought we did a solid job, especially coming off final exams. Want to continue to get better against the zone, and we want to see a zone against. I'd be very surprised if we saw a zone against Virginia, but thought our guys did a solid job moving. Got to continue to move past fake misdirection and just be aggressive within that zone. So overall, good effort. Well, the one we've spent a lot of time with that. We've got a couple of different ones that we use, and I think it's good for our guys just to get used to it, to really get used to pressing, moving your feet, doing it without fouling, and just really taking time off the clock. And Coppin State, in most cases, Coppin State want to try to get 100 points. I mean, they want to get up and down. So it wouldn't so much necessarily slow those guys down, but to really work on it for ourselves moving forward. And I thought we did a solid job, especially in the second half. But it's have to get used to it after a made basket, to get in position, because you teach Ivan and Jalen to rebound and Cam to rebound. Now they have to sprint back to get back on defense or get set up. So it's very important that our two guards up front put pressure on the ball, allow those guys to get back to do their jobs.
A couple of times Virginia's actually had trouble with that. That's something that you might work on some more.
Oh, without a doubt. We'll continue. Well, we'll do it throughout the season, without a doubt. And we like to do it more. And who knows, it might just become a part of what we do. But definitely want to do it more. To really put pressure on other teams, to be aggressive, to be assertive, but also to create energy, and that's why I like it.
Can you talk a little bit about Jalen? It seemed like he had a more balanced game in terms of
Well, the thing about Jalen, for me, I want him to stay aggressive. He's a very unselfish player, and sometimes I like for him to be in attack mode, to really look to the rim, to score the basketball, to display. But he's one of the best in transition. When he gets the ball, especially when the team presses, we want to get him at the top, at the half-court area, to go over the top and let him play, because he can make decisions, he can finish strong, he can make the shots, so he can do a lot of things for us, and he can find those shooters. But I thought he played a lot better. But again, he's a talented basketball player, and he continues to get better with his overall floor game. But he's a guy that impacts the game with rebounds, free throws, making shots, big plays, assists, steal. I mean, he does a lot of things because you have to identify him, because he's a physical presence when he's attacking the rim. Two guys only makes the right decisions. But I thought he played well.
What was kind of the defensive game plan here in this one?
For us, just the same thing. Just guard. You get just defend. I mean, it's really no game plan. Defend. Just guard your guy. Put pressure on the ball. They shot it well last night from the three against San Francisco. Now, normally they hadn't shot as well. I think they were around 22, 25%. They were 11 for 20 last night. And they will shoot a lot of threes. They average about 30 a game. So they made some tonight. But just, again, contesting that three-point line, but also containing. Contest, contain, keep your guy in front of you. And I thought we did a solid job.
Jalen only had that one foul, and it going on away in the first half of 58 seconds left. For 5 of the last 6 games, he's had 4 or more. We've seen him really finish with 2, 3 fouls there. Is that a step forward for him? Do you think he looks more under control?
I think so. And it was a game he didn't get a charge, so that part was, well, I guess they call that a foul. So, but I thought he was aggressive. He was active. But again, when you're getting 2 fouls in the first half and you're sitting down, it's hard to really get into a flow. So now in your mind, you're thinking every time I foul, it's hard to play the way I want to play. So now I'm a little passive defense because he's a guy that extends his arm. He can be very aggressive defensive, but all of a sudden you call a foul, and not to dispute the officiating, but you call a foul. So now all of a sudden I'm not as aggressive as I like to be, because I want to stay on the floor. I don't want to foul out, and that's hard. But you can see it in practice. He's really getting good at that, as far as moving his feet, being aggressive, doing it without fouling, boxing out, running the floor. But it's not easy when you're talking about a guy that plays on the perimeter and 6'7", 6'8", 225, 30 pounds, and in most cases a guy that's defending him probably 20, 30, 40 pounds lighter, 2 inches smaller. So it's not as easy.
Ivan's been really efficient. Do you want to see him get more touches going forward?
I think he's fine. I mean, we got to continue to look for him, but it's not as easy. I mean, it's because what Ivan posts off the block. So when you post off the block, sometimes the post feed, you're off the block. So it's not, now you see guys collapse. So it's not as many deep posts. Most time you get a deep post, you can go up. But the way he posts, he likes to post off the block. So now you have to deal with the guy his man that threw the ball in the post, because he's probably arm's length to step in. then they come to double you, and then you're off the block. So it's not as easy. So I think the thing that we continue to work with him on is getting deep post touches to make a quick move. But yeah, of course you want to see him get more touches, but I think it's more to it than just throwing the ball inside to him. I think it's a combination of trying to post deep here and there, and then also posting open. If you can walk him down one-on-one, if not, you got to find an open man because they'll double him.
You guys struggled a little bit from the floor early on, but you were getting to the free throw line pretty consistently. Is that something you emphasize, and how much did that help the offense?
Well, we always want to get to the free throw line. I thought what happens, our eyes were kind of wide open because that lane was open. I thought we missed probably 6 or 7 layups in the first half that we should have made, in my opinion, and that happens. But just stay aggressive. But the other thing, don't settle for three-point shots, especially when you can get to the rim. When you can get to the rim and make plays. Don't settle for that. I mean, unless you're Joe and Jabbar, that's what they do. They do that at a high level. But other guys will be able to drive and slash and make plays.
Talk about the shot distribution tonight. Jaylen Brown, Ivan, Jordan, are they all shot about the same amount of field goals? They all shot about the same amount of points. Is that something that you're looking for, where you want to get guys equal touches? And
Not at all. Not at all. I've never been one. You play basketball. I don't want guys because they don't see the stat sheets during the game. It's not a case he had 8 shots, I had 6 shots. Man, if you shoot 20 shots, they're part of what we do. Then you shoot 20 shots. I mean, every time Matthews, Jabari open for 3, it has to fly. Every time Tyrone, Jaylen driving the ball, you make plays. But it's not. I never want to be a part of something where you sitting down where this guy had that many shots because I don't know how you would know that as a player if you're just playing.
Maybe going off of that, just in terms of just the flow of the offense, if the offense is flowing correctly,
Oh, yes.
roughly get to that figure.
Well, I would imagine so. Just because of the fact you have guys that can make plays, you have guys that can shoot the ball, guys that can drive the ball. You have a guy that can post up, multiple guys that can post up. Then you play according to how they defend. You throw the ball inside the Ivan, they double team, somebody's open. Guy penetrates, the guy's open in the corner, he makes a shot. If they consistently help and recover, you make the shot. I just think it's basketball. You want to be able to play basketball and read the defense and make the right decisions. But I mean, it's good to see those guys, sharing the basketball like that.
Were you able to catch Virginia's one over that?
I didn't see the whole game, but I saw, probably half of it, yes. Yeah. Oh, good team. Good team. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I mean, both good teams, but I mean, the way they play, they do what they do. Yes,
What's the challenge of playing against that pack line defense that Virginia plays?
I don't know if that's necessarily a challenge because you face teams that play a pack line. They're a good defensive team. You have to be able to make shots from the perimeter. If you're scoring the ball in the post, you have to be ready to receive the double teams. They'll double the post, take it out of his hand. You got to make shots and make plays. But the way they defend is not just their defense, their offense. They'll take 19 seconds in most cases off the clock unless they have a layup. So you're playing on both ends of the floor. It's not a case of you come down, defend, 5 seconds, get a rebound, go back and play. Well, you play at the level on both ends of the floor. So it's one of those games that's mentally taxing on you. I mean, they're a good team, but it's how they play the game. So you have to execute your offense, take care of the basketball. Then on defense, you have to get back in transition and execute what you're trying to do and get stops.
You can take care of the basketball and double
Yes.
turnovers. Is there a way to get stronger with the ball as the year progresses?
Just to do it. Just to do it. Again, I thought in the first half, 4 balls knocked out of our hands. I think that's more toughness, being strong with the ball. I mean, just plain and simple. Yeah.
What was your reaction to seeing Nick come in cold and doing those 2 threes?
I was happy for him because, again, I think those guys deserve an opportunity when they work just as hard as anybody and they don't get a chance to play as much, but to see them come in and make those shots. But before they win in the game, when those guys win in, their game plan was to get him shots. And that's just the selflessness of those guys. They want to see him get shots and have fun. They look forward to it. They want Cole to get shots. And I thought Brandon Chalker did an exceptional job of making sure Brandon Glapian, Cole, Nick Kerr, they got shots and had fun with it. And that's what it's about. And they did a good job. But they also play with a level of energy. And I think as a fan, you applaud that. Not just the shots going in, but they play with some energy and some passion. Yeah.
Was that something you guys actually talked about? Hey, let's get this to a point where we can let these guys have
I've said that, I say it all the time because when you have games, and not that you overlook an opponent, but when you have games that you feel like you can win the game at a level, guys that play a lot, you owe it to those guys to give them an opportunity because they practice just as hard, just as long, as many hours. Those guys spend individual. It's not like those guys are just great students. They don't spend time with individual skill. They come and work on individual skill just like everybody else. So you owe them that much to have. If you have an opportunity to win a game like that, then give those guys a chance to play.
You gonna give Cole a hard time about that
No, I don't mind a layup. I'm gonna give Cole a hard time when he gambled and the guy went back door, and he scored and got fouled. But the layup, now he's been working on his dunk, so I don't know why he didn't try to dunk that one. But he's been dunking the ball lately.
Cuonzo, your defensive intensity of the team seemed to increase as the game went on. This was one of the first games, I mean, personally that I saw, where the team's intensity just grew and grew and grew. And it's tapered off a little bit in some games earlier in the season. Can you talk about just that transition? Did you see that yourself? Did you see guys getting more focused?
Yes. But it's what we talk about as coaches. It has to be consistent with the carryover. But understand it's got to be a part of your DNA, the results behind why we defend at the level we try to defend at, and then you see this is what it does for you, because you can't be one of the elite teams and you can't defend at a high level. And we're getting there. Obviously, still a level to get to, but I think we're making progress toward that, and there'll be another great test on Tuesday.
You guys, probably last question here, Ryan.
Is this the kind of game you wanted going into Virginia, or would you like to see maybe some things a little more polished?
Oh, no, I take every game as they go. You learn from it. It's part of it. Move on to the next one. Thank you.